Hey everyone, this is Ryan B with Practical Forex Trading. This is your weekly analysis for the Euro Yen, so the European Euro versus the Japanese Yen. The date is February 16th of 2020. If you want to stay up to date with all of our Euro Yen weekly analysis videos, make sure you click that red subscribe button at the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Okay, so we're looking at the daily chart here for the Euro Yen, and I have a sentiment of bearish. Euro's been getting crushed lately. Potential retracement ahead, which means we might see price won't necessarily go up. It's definitely not going to reverse, but it might just kind of go sideways for a bit as price gets pretty far ahead of this fast 20-day moving average. So if you look historically at the fast moving average, every time price makes a big surge away, it'll then recoil, retrace before moving back on. Not to say that the drop is not over. We had a couple of very bearish weeks for the euro. So we've got support here at 118.40. That's support one. And so potential scenario for this week is price goes down to support one, makes a slight rebound, and then we might see a little bit of range trading action between 119.87 and 118.40. If we look and we go way back, we see that this line, this 118.40, is right in line with this drop from January 2nd of 19. So there's that pierce through support. Price came in at new low, came back up, and now we're testing that same range again. We can see historically right about this 118.40 mark. If we zoom in with our daily candles, we can see that this has been contentious recently over the last 12 months or so, a zone of support. So if price is going to stop anywhere, it might be here. The other scenarios, price could just kind of go sideways, allowing for the fast-moving average to catch up, and then the selling continues. If we add a parallel trend channel to this daily descending, what we see is something like this. So any retracement could be caps out here. Perfect. We have some resistance here at 119.44. Let's go ahead and plot that out. That looks about right. So if price were to come back and retrace it all, looks like we could see a top out around the 119.40 area. We've got this R1, so you never know. Sometimes the market really kicks up and reacts. Then you've got even more sellers waiting. So that's more of a short-term scenario. For example, in the next day or two, if we had market data that created a big spike, it would touch that daily fast-moving average. I would see a 119.87 occurring. However, if markets are kind of just slow and low volume, low liquidity, price would slowly curve back to this descending trend line. Average catches up, capping out at like the 119.45, and then the selling continues. Let's go ahead and look at our 4-hour. Okay, so we see price definitely on a bearish trend. Another way you could look at this for selling is now it's like, okay, how do I hold my position? How long do I hold it? Just if I'm selling, I'm going to hold as long as price stays underneath this descending price channel. And expect, right, there's always a kickback, so don't worry, it's not reversing. At this point, if price stays below, this old support line, now resistance, and this moving average, I'm going to hold on to that sell. So we see this long-term descending, you can go ahead and draw a solid line if you want to define that, but you just keep this in your charts all week. And that way, if price kicks up, you just refer back to this and say, oh, well, I actually anticipated that this was possibly happening. Because now what we see is we have another parallel trend channel developing, but every time these get more and more minor, they're less reliable. So here you see that the recent price high did not exceed this price trend channel. But this one one's a little bit more major. It has more touches, right? This one here had many more touches in the top, or on this side of it, so it's likely they could get another touch on this side of it. As price moves away faster and faster, it goes into these new channels. Just realize that the smaller the channel, the more likely it is that it could potentially, price could break back through there and yawn back and touch the overlying prevailing trend. All right, anyways, definitely short on the euro yen, looking for possible pullbacks to get into selling positions. Good luck this week. I hope you're all very profitable.